Greetings and salutations, welcome back to another Let's Play of EU4 with RedBstrd. And we're continuing with the third Rome achievements that we don't have. I was planning on going for Relentless Push East, which requires we start as one of the Russian cultural nations. And we control the eastern Siberian coast by the year 1600. So since there's some specific achievements for people like Tver, I think Yaroslav and Moscov, we're going to do it as Muscovy, just to get the timed one out of the way, and because we'll just add a little bit of diversity. This will be a good opportunity to show off a lot of the mechanics with the new Russian government forms. So that's what we're going to do. And sorry about the delays in getting videos up, I did have a lot of real-life obligations I had to meet, so hopefully I'll be able to reliably get up videos on a regular basis from now on. And one other order of business, one of my friends who's a subscriber and viewer had requested that for these ones where I play as Russian nations, I have to do an intro in Russian. So I'm not going to do exactly the same thing, especially for people who speak Russian, but basically paraphrase and standard intros. So let's go with it. Здравствуйте и добро пожаловать. Меня зовут Красный Ублюдок. Я буду играть Europa Universalis 4. Сегодня я буду играть Moskva. And there we go. I guess I could have explained what we're going to do, but that's just for fun's sake that we're doing that. So let's go ahead and get this started. Standard setup that we're doing. Primary mode, of course. Oh, I should have set dynamic province names for the Russian cultural stuff. I think it's called Relentless Push East. I haven't heard of any problems with local save versus cloud save or anything like that, so hopefully we'll be safe doing this. And I played this Muscovy once. Since Third Rome has come out, just wanted to test out one of my friends was the Ottomans, and we just wrecked every. It's pretty glorious. So, Lithuania, Denmark. I don't really like Denmark being a possible rival. At least Poland isn't. Let's take a look at Poland's got going on. And no real likely common rivals there. We definitely need to go for Novgorod, because they're not going to be our rival for long. So we can get some stuff out of them. Ow. Damn it. So, one thing that you're supposed to do is take the mission to conquer Novgorod before you mark them as your rival. I'm not going to restart. I'm just going to put on my big boy pants. And we are going to plan out a war with Novgorod and others very soon. See if we can get a conquest mission against them. Let's actually try working on getting Poland as a friend. We can't right now because of our rivalry with Lithuania, but when that stops, if our relations are good enough, potentially we could. Let's bump the speed up to 4, actually. We're over by 1. There's a strong argument to be made for just conquering Tver early on. So that's good. It will allow us to take them out when we invade. Ozera. It's White Lake. Okay, so here has to be... Okay, so it's by 1600, so 1600 we can actually fulfill it. Not in 1601. That's kind of neat. Okay. They like us. It's not going to work out. So, conquering Ryazan early on would be a smart move. We'll see what our options are here for... Okay, here's this Conquer Novgorod one. So it did pop back up for us. Okay. I want to try killing them right away. And we could afford at least one advisor. Go ahead and get the cheaper army. Shall let us buy another advisor. Yeah, we'll marry all of our subjects, make them a little bit more loyal. And I think we will get a second guy. We were hoping for a Pippa Siege, and we got it. Okay, let's just go ahead and clear this. Odoyev has no other allies, so we'll just mark them as co-belligerent. Could call in Tver, and it would prevent them from launching their own war. We're not going to do that. Okay, that's woods, but they don't have full morale. They don't have re-scripted good general. So I'm going to hit him. And we're just going to leave. Actually, merge those guys together. Good, they transfer that over to us. That's our war goal. And Lithuania is out of the running as a great power. And a rival. Okay, we're in a war here, so as our rival, I definitely want to get that embargo in place. And we can't have a third yet. But we'll get Kazan next. I would like to start working on this fort over here, but I'll wait till this guy's free. In the meantime, we'll just try to catch these 1,000-man stacks. And let our subjects burn their manpower. Dealing with Novgorod's big army. Once we've captured their capital, then we can send this army east. We'll head down here. It's close enough to being done. Actually, no point in sending our cavalry to die. We'll use them to collect some loot. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this guy to get locked in. Actually, I don't think I need to. Because if he stops, we just catch him there. Okay, Odoyev is just about ready. Give it a month or two. One more month. So we could vassalize them and use that as an opportunity to attack Ryazan right away. And there's something to be said for that, but I don't want another slot. We're already one over. So I really just want to eat them. Okay, let's go ahead and get that cord. Won't get our stability up one. It'll help bring down corruption and all that. Let me make sure everything's going all right with the recording. Seems to be. We're 11 minutes in. Seem to have audio and all that. Okay, do we really need to suffer any more attrition? I don't think so. So I'm going to try to get that fort and that fort. Law of aggressive expansion. I'm not far off from accepting it. I'm just conscious of what our expenses are going to be if we continue fighting here. Suffering attrition here, having to pay for our army. I mean, we only have 3,700 manpower. I think that's pretty good. Doesn't cut off Sweden or anyone from being able to prey upon them. That was minimal expenditure of manpower. Got quite a lot of territory. Capture that fort, which I really don't want to pay at the moment. Or that one. And one thing that's going to happen is that as a Russian government, we do have 3 new buttons. One of which lowers autonomy in all provinces. One reduces all rebels, and one gives us free troops, and also lowers our war exhaustion. So we could increase the autonomy here in these provinces. Now we take Kazan and the Great Horde. Hope that one of those, yeah, so one of them is... there's no rivalry there. We can get Poland, Lithuania as an ally. Why not? Do that or the Ottomans. This just ensures that our western front over here we don't need to worry about, and now we don't need to worry about Denmark and Sweden, Kalmar Union, attacking us. I'm comfortable with that. And we'd never be able to get them as a vassal, so we're not going to become their friend. These guys, we couldn't either, so we're going to check to see if we get a personal union over them. I guess we potentially could over Ryazan as well. If we don't, then we're just going to break all relations and invade them. So our 2 strategies is we could increase the autonomy on these provinces to avoid a rebellion, and just bring down the autonomy through our states here. Or we could just bring down the rebels here. And that's what I'm going to gamble on for now. I think we'll be able to accept Novgorodian pretty soon, once we get it all cored, bring down the rebel chance. Might have to deal with the rebellion. Okay, so we get patriarchal authority or admin points. I'm gonna go with the authority for now. And we could use this one to bring down our unrest. Or we could use that one. Timorous. We need to get east quickly. I have to plan out which war I really want to do here. It's probably going to be Great Horde. Okay, so we got a personal union with Ryazm. That puts us well over our limit. And let's make sure that we start improving relations with our subjects. So we're going to want to integrate some of them in, particularly like Rostov, Yaroslavl, Bela-Ozera. Perm is one that we could leave for a bit longer. Okay, pull this guy back. Rivals Denmark, Kazan, Great Horde. Okay, good. Issue that embargo. There's our subject here. Solidify relations there to make them like us a bit more. And we're going to send an insult to the Great Horde. And I get a royal marriage here since we already have an alliance. And they've got solid relations with Poland. Bump them up just a little bit more. Got 5,000 manpower, so that's nice. And why don't we bring down our corruption a little more? Costs us a little bit of money, but we have a nice war chest. And I think it would be worthwhile to spend a ducat a month on this guy. I don't think we need this fort to be paid at the moment. So their only ally is Uzbek. They're dealing with rebels. I think we could take them. Could build up more troops. But I don't want to because we don't have the manpower for it. Okay, so Great Horde is starting a new war while still dealing with this. I think it's a good time to invade them. And we could use Ryazm's claim. Let's go for the capital. This guy's our sieger. Just move here. Okay, do we want a little bit of prestige? Yes. stage will help us on the battlefield and help us get rid of aggressive expansion. And we are going to have a respectable amount of aggressive expansion with the Muslim world. Okay, and they're retreating into us. It's good that's 3 units of cavalry gone. I think I'm going to try hitting them down here. And take over the siege. Okay, and they're being invaded by Kazan as well, so with our rebels with this war. Oh, okay, so it's Crimea, Circassia. I guess Circassia had been at war with Crimea and was vassalized, so Kazan came in. Ugh. Well, the spoilers will like us. Speaking of that, let's get some military points out of them. We could have got some manpower there, and that might have been the smarter move. Ugh. I want more than that. We'll wait on that one until we can give them Novgorod. More patriarchal authority, admin points. And sure, we're not going to do any of these interactions, even if we could, until we can give them some of this land. Okay, so there's their army. There's a lot of stuff in between us. Yeah, we don't care about making Novgorod happy, so this matter is beyond our control. I don't like Kazan cutting us off here, because I would like to take Astrakhan. Oh good, they didn't cut us off. I mean, I don't know if we'll take it. We'll see. And now I think I do want to build up a spy network, get a claim over here. Okay, so the Novgorodians have only got up to 30%. Ugh. Now we're going to lower those taxes. It's unfortunate because that's a very valuable province for us. Provinces. I wonder where we should collect our money. Okay, so we get 4.15. I'm wondering if we collected here, if we could bump that up. Yeah, and we'll check again after a month. Another month has passed. Once we get more power here, we'll probably make more money pushing trade up from Astrakhan. But okay, so we got one siege. Send these guys down here because they have the general with the Peppa siege. Oh, it's Uzbek. Okay, so I'm going to pull these guys off. No use suffering that kind of attrition. Our army's over here, and I definitely don't want to engage it. I don't want to spend the manpower. Let's keep an eye on our time. We're at 24 minutes. Ugh. Our Grand Knyaz, Grand Prince, is greedy, so we lose some money out of that. I really don't like these low supply limits. And one of the things you'll find about playing as Muscovy or other Russian states is that you, unless you take quantity, now with the changes of Third Rome, you probably actually won't have as much manpower as you'd expect. You have a lot of troops, but not a lot of manpower. Your troops come from this great interaction from the raising of the Streltsy. And once you get really huge, you could get, 240,000 troops for free. So then, troop counts aren't a problem. You don't end up with large amounts of spare manpower. Okay, speaking of manpower, I need to get out of here because we're just suffering too much attrition. They're allied to Crimean Timurids. Timurids are having a bad day. I don't know if they will help them. See if we can get Uzbek to peace out. Almost. Okay. We need new states is really the thing. It's holding us back over here. So we can't get them as an accepted culture until we have them stated. Wow, that's gonna take a while. Okay, looks like they all came down here, so we'll move over here, merge these two armies up, and try to kill those rebels. -3. Merge that together, because we're going to raise some Streltsy. That's going to be where we're getting our troops. Let's just sort out these guys. Because I want to take these armies. Oh, they're not going to let us merge them together. Sometimes they let you cheat, sometimes they don't. Let's let them get a little bit of a head start so we don't suffer attrition, moving both armies through the same provinces. And Uzbek is no longer... Oh, it's probably because of this ongoing battle. We'll just wait this out. And now we do have 99 war score, so we can take everything we want. As long as we can survive the coalition if we go too crazy. Want that fort. Let's see if we can get down here. That's a lot. Aggressive expansion. Okay, 3 nations is much more manageable. Let's end that alliance, get some war reparations. Actually, could we humiliate them? It might be a better use of our... I like that. Pick up 4 provinces, humiliate them, get cash. And these guys, I am going to increase the autonomy. I don't want to deal with a rebellion here. We just don't have the manpower yet. And I think we'll stop this video here, so thank you for watching. This has been another Let's Play of EU4 with RedBstrd.